All right, so today we're talking about this idea of surface area. So surface area is the number of unit squares it takes to cover all the surfaces of a three-dimensional figure without gaps or overlaps. Okay? Now, in order to understand that surface area a little bit better, we also have to be comfortable with the idea of what a face is. And it's any two-dimensional, any flat surface, sorry about the delay there, any flat surface on a two-dimensional shape. Okay? So what does it mean to find the surface area of something? It means you find the area of each face on the object and add them all together. Okay, so when we're comparing area is how many square units are inside of a shape. Where surface area is the area of all the faces. And I want you to know that both talk about square units. So area talks about everything that's inside of just one shape, where surface area takes a look at a three-dimensional figure and it finds the area of each side, and then you're going to add all of those sides up. So if the area of this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4, you do 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now, if this is a three-dimensional shape, you know you have sides on the other side. So I can kind of draw a little dashed line to help you see those. So then this side would be 3, this side would be 4, and this side would be 2. And you would add all those values up. So we're going to take a look at it on this shape here. Now, I like to come through and I like to use the colors just to help you see which shapes I'm talking about, because it kind of can get a little bit messy and confusing. So we use this to help us be a little bit more precise with our mathematics. So let's start with this side that I'm coloring green right now. I'm just going to call that side. And it's 2 by 1, 2, 3. It's a rectangle, so I'm going to do base times height. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Now the thing I have to think about is on the other side. I have a shape right here that's the same thing. So I'm going to say side 2 also has an area of 6. Okay, let's talk about the top now. That's going to be my yellow piece. And I can see that he's 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a rectangle, so I'm going to do 3 by 4, which gives me 12. Now, this shape is also going to have a bottom. So this is telling me that my bottom is also 12 square units. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling the front, which is the orange in this case. That's this piece right here, also a rectangle, and it's 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 times 4, which gives me 8. Now I have a front, so I also have a back, and the back must be the same thing, so it's also going to be 8. Now the last thing I do to find my surface area of these things is to add all of those areas up. So I'm going to come through and I'm going to do 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12 plus 8 plus 8. I'm going to get 52 square units for this guy. All right, so next one, what is the surface area of this figure? So this one's kind of interesting because we have, oh, my highlighter for this one, have kind of strange faces. We have something like this. So let's take a look at my front. What's the front of this guy going to be? Well, because it's not really a shape, I know I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 6 units. And I think I know that this shape's going to have a back too, and that's also going to be 6 units. Okay? Next, let's count this side. So I'm going to say side. This is the orange side. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Now, this next piece is kind of crazy. So I'm going to count this. I'm going to call this the stairs. The stair side. I'm going to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to give me 6 units. And the only last thing that I haven't talked about is the bottom. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Once I have all these values, I can add them. 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3. When I add those together, I end up with 24 square units.